The Round Britan Rally, you've got a list of 82 landmarks. Go find them, plot them on the map, go there with your motorcycle, take a picture of your motorcycle on the landmark, and head on to the next. And they're spread throughout England, Scotland and Wales. Hello and welcome to the Round Britain Rally. Today is Sunday the 10th. Just got the email, got my sheets, got my things. I printed off my thing, ready for the rally. So first off, let's go find some landmarks. It's all very easy now with the internet. I know that I hear about it back in the day on this rally. You had to go to the library to do the research. Nowadays you can just search it up on the internet, the place name, find the town, and then or the village, and just find where that landmark is. And sometimes it's as easy as popping onto Street View and finding it instantly. This one was relatively easy to find. Once I find it, I just simply click and save it to my want to go locations or my travel plans. And then I've got a little marker on the map and I move on to the next. Okay, this feels like cheating, but I was having a little bit of an issue trying to find this one, and I thought it was this, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, I asked AI and it found it exactly straight away. Right, so I've marked them all on the map. On the computer, it syncs over to the phone of course, and I've got them on my phone and I can use the phone to navigate to all of them. I have to start planning routes out and stuff and what's the best way to go and stuff. I do plan to go to Scotland, so we'll see what happens. See if I can get to Scotland and get all them in Scotland. Yeah, I need to planned a weekend away in Wales now, so I'm going to have to try and see if I can get round all of them as well in a weekend. There's still going to be like a 300-mile day I think every day to get to them. So yeah, anyway, that was it took about 15 hours this time to find all the landmarks and mark them all down. But I did have a little bit of help from Google. Sorry, a lot of help from Google. Now last year, I didn't have a really good year with breakdowns. I think every single bike broke down at some point. Hopefully that's not going to happen this year. However, we are 2 weeks away from the start of the rally. And my bigger bike, the 650, which I would consider to be one of my main bikes, it's my do everything bike. It's modern, it's been relatively reliable over the 9 years I've had it. It's broken down badly. Engine's gonna have to come out. But yeah, so it's not a very good start. At the moment I've got the R80 and my CT that are fine. Right, so I need to give this a service, get it ready. So you're seeing a lot more of this again. Well, today's the 13th and it's not the official start date of the rally yet, so I won't be going out to get anything until the 24th, I think it is. So I'll check back in then, see what bike I'm on. Right, today is the official start of the rally, the 24th of the 3rd, 2024. Off I go to the first landmark. Now I'd been entered into the bike show at Ardingly, so I was there all day, but I saw that just 20 minutes away from Ardingly was a landmark. Right, first landmark. Ugh. Built in 1473 and it was last used in 1882 to detain poachers. So basically just kind of like petty offences. The drunk tank, if you want to call it. It's still standing today. Most council houses have fallen down by now. Right, and that's the first landmark done. I've taken my pictures. I've got it on the old computad here. And I'm going to drag it into my folder. So I've got my special folder, my Round Britain Rally folder. Let's make it a large icon so I can actually see what it is. So just checking that is the picture I want to enter. So you can clearly see my bike, the card. The registration number needs to be displayed in at least one of the pictures for each bike that I use. And there's the lock up there. And it is, we need to rename it. And we need to rename it to Surrey is 39 and it is worth probably not a lot, 20. Rename this number to 39 Surrey. So yep, that's one down, 83 to go. Right, good morning. Today is the 25th of March. Yeah, 25th of March. And I need to pop to WeMoto to buy a new chain. So one of the landmarks is literally just down the road from Moto. Pop down, get myself a new chain for the CT, and get a landmark. One chain. There it is. Shown by sea. 10 minutes away.
This memorial is dedicated to all the British, Commonwealth and Allied servicemen and women who gave their lives during the First and Second World Wars. The propeller is from a B-26 Martin Marauder bombardier, which came down in the English Channel in June 1944.
I'm 150 miles in, so welcome to this trip.
17th of April, I'm making my way up to Scotland and I'm going to get as many landmarks as I possibly can. So I live on the other side of London and I rode up in pretty much one hit, only stopping for fuel once, to the other side of Liverpool to grab the first landmark.
It's 250 miles in the motorway this morning.
After I took the picture, then literally 30 seconds later, two other guys rolled up.
So you're, sorry?
I'm Steve.
Darren.
And you're both doing the Round Britain Rally?
Yeah.
How many miles have you done today?
100.
Okay. Are you going to go back up or are you staying somewhere? Or are you going to
Wales now.
Going into Wales? Oh yeah, I'm going to plan to do that later on in the year. I think I need like 4 days to get round all of them. I think it's not mega miles, but it's a lot of time, isn't it? So for about 4 days, a long weekend. Are you away as well? Are you camping? Are you staying somewhere?
We're camping pod all the time.
Youth hostel last night.
Oh, okay.
Camping pod tonight.
That's alright then.
Youth hostel.
Yeah, it's a bit bit chilly in the morning, isn't it? At the moment. Yeah. Alright then, well cheerio.
Yeah, nice seeing you. Yourself and hope the bike runs well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
No hanging around today, I just had to get back on the bike and get going. I had big miles today to do, big miles, for a bike that is 1978 and this is its first major outing. Like, it's never done this many miles in a day before. I didn't know if I was going to be comfortable, I didn't know how I was going to feel, I didn't know how the bike's going to perform, what's going to go wrong with it. I absolutely had no idea. A day before I went, my right hand mirror decided to break at the thread, so I couldn't tighten it up anymore. So I had to, luckily Phil Ferretti lent me his. I got a ram mount mirror and I just stuck a ram mount and carried on going. There's a DVD cover that I quickly cut into shape because it was so cold, my phone kept on shutting down, and using a DVD cover stopped it from getting too cold. And here we are arriving at the next landmark, the Winter Hill Trespass Monument. Single track, very bumpy road to get to here. It was around +4 degrees, very chilly, but luckily this night I wasn't actually camping. I was going to stay with my brother in Barrow-in-Furness. So the next landmark wasn't too far away at all. It was just up the road a bit, another 30 miles from the last.
Here we are. The tank is the landmark for this one. Right. Just got a slight weep of oil. I hope that's not going to get any worse. On day one, I'll check the oil tonight. Why is it always blinking windy?
And now just head to the last landmark of the day before retiring for the evening.
Huh. John Wilkinson, Ironmaster, who died, aged LXXX years old. Well, that's the last landmark for today. I'm going to go stay with my brother a night. We've been sitting barrowing furthest, so it said there.
Spent the evening with my brother, went out for a nice meal. The next day, woke up really early, went out, got fuel, and off I went. This is the longest day I had ever done on this BMW. Not miles wise, but time. Arriving at this museum really early in the morning, so of course it was shut.
Well, that was a bumpy road up. Oh, alright, the first stop of the day. First of many. First of many, unfortunately. Well, it breaks the day up a bit, having all these little things to stop up and look at. Let's take the picture.
Then a few hours later I made my way to Siloth, I don't know, whatever, to look at a model aeroplane.
That's the sea over there, in the distance. Oh. Yeah, this is chilly here. Let's get moving.
It was the coldest day as well. There was actually signs up saying gritting in progress, so it was rather cold.
I'm about an hour away from the next landmark.
This abbey I'm heading to took ages to get to, and yeah, I was freezing cold, soaking wet by the time I got there.
Okay, so it took us 2.5 hours to get here, and it was not nice weather at all. And the next one is the curfew bell. I know that, and that's 2 hours away, 75 miles back the way I came, essentially.
Now, I would have hoped that the abbey was actually open, but no, it was also shut, and it's only open during the summer times. I should have looked that up, perhaps. Would have been nice, though, to have a little hot drink, but nothing here, so off I went again.
Next landmark I'll get to about probably 3:30, I reckon. Okay, right. Yeah, next one's 2 hours away.
These were some fantastic roads, really scenic, beautiful area. I just wish that it was more than +2 degrees and it wasn't bucketing down with rain.
There's nothing around here at all. I haven't seen a petrol station in quite a while either. I think I've still got 100 miles left. Oh, we can do that, 40 minutes. Standing on my head. That's not too far at all. Love that, love it.
One blurry picture of the bell in the background and my bike. I was struggling to put my gloves back on before heading to a petrol station. There was one in about 30 miles, which is alright. My bike had only just ticked over to reserve. The Round Britan Rally, I guess, could be quite interesting if you don't have good tank range. Or a bit more challenging, anyway.
Right, it's this David Copper monument. It will look very coppery.
So I managed to ride through all that horrible weather, and it stayed in place, and I managed to keep going up into Scotland. And yeah, I was heading towards a castle as my final landmark for the day before heading to a campsite. That's actually pretty impressive. That's actually a really impressive castle. Anyway, so luckily now I'm only 10 minutes away from the campsite. It's only just down the road. So, I've got to see if I can get to the campsite, put my tent up. Because it looks like the ground's dry here. So fingers crossed it's going to hold for another half an hour, at least. Can they please hold for like an hour? Okay, I've parked my bike over there, got my tent pitched. Hopefully it's going to be dry tonight and tomorrow morning, more importantly, so I can pack a dry tent away. That was a long day on the bike, 350 miles, and yeah, that was a 10-hour day? No, left it 11 and a half hours on the bike. My back's aching a little bit after this, so hopefully that clears. I think I've got a bit of a knot in the old back at the moment. Oh, hopefully that just clears up. But yeah, that's just after. I know you used motorway for the last, like, what, 45 minutes just to nip round that bit, so yeah, it's really good. Facilities here are really nice, so I'll probably have a shower in a minute after food. Right. Probably tune back in tomorrow morning, to be honest. As soon as my head hit the pillow, I was gone, asleep, totally out of it. The next thing I knew, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. There was rain on the tent, which didn't last for too long, which is good. As soon as it stopped, I got up and just packed down the tent and loaded the bike, cleaned my helmet, and off I went. The first stop on the day was a McDonald's. Then I made it through to here to grab me this engine thing just outside a little museum, which of course was shut. Now if you've been paying attention, I'm now actually backtracking, so I'm actually coming back on myself, back down into Scotland towards a Viking village, a Viking town, to get a picture of Big Viking. There's a Big Viking. Very big Viking. Yeah, it's quite big. I come up to here. Yeah, so it's quite big. After capturing that landmark, I then looked at the map. Next one is just across the water. So, time to grab a ferry, and look at the timing. I'm literally riding along to the ferry port and I can see the ferry pulling in. Perfect timing. I know it's one every 20 minutes or so, but still, it's nice when it's right on time with minimal wait time. So pretty much just on the other side of the crossing, I was at the historic kiln. Now the Google Map pin that I had for this was incorrect, and it sent me to a doctor's surgery, so I had to carry on going down the road, and then I found it. There we are, historic kiln. Then, so now I've got 116 miles to go to the campsite. So we'll get there about 3-4 o'clock. Probably stop off a couple of times on the way. That's the last landmark of the day. One thing I have noticed with this bike, which is really cool, I wasn't getting cold feet because this keeps my feet warm. The engines. It might look sunny and dry-ish, and it was, but it was still cold. +5, I think, but my hands were still soaked through. The gloves were still wet. So yes, yeah, my hands were pretty frozen, but it didn't really matter. I had done all the landmarks for this particular day, and I just had to get to the Wild Sun Art Rally. I'll put a video link about that in the description, and you can check that out maybe later. But in short, I had a good time. I won furthest travelled, which got me a bottle of whiskey, and my BMW broke down, but luckily Mikey was on hand to help me fix it and get back on the road. Wow, that's a nice waterfall. Okay, stop here for a bit, have breakfast. That's not a bad place to have breakfast, is it, really? Stop here for a bit, have some brekkie, and then carry on a bit, yeah. Right, good morning. So I left the rally, we got the first boat, me and Rob did. We went our separate ways, he went right, I went left. And I'm at the landmark of today, which is 2 waterfalls. And yeah, first one. I've decided that I'm going to try and get 3 landmarks today, which means it's going to be a 300-mile day. So I've got one here, the next one's towards Wick, and it's just a good few hours away from here, especially at you know, the roads aren't particularly quick around this. It's national speed limits, but you want to go like 30 mile an hour max, really. But yeah, let's get the picture of the bike. I didn't know there was a rotating bridge here. Swing bridge, eh? Swing bridges on canals can be quite slow. So I was chatting with them cyclists for about 5 minutes, but they're telling me that they're off on a camping trip as well. They're just going around on bicycles. I know they're all mad. I think it's better to ride a motorcycle through Scotland at freezing temperatures, getting soaking wet that way. Museum. Here we are, NT rims. Oh, let's get this bag off my back because it's hurting my back. Oh. Get the picture on the bike. There we go. Let's have a little coffee maybe. Right, so I've had a little break, little coffee, and now we head back down south. So we're going to go to the Shandwick Stone, which is an hour and 18 away. So I'm going to go down there, and yeah, that's the next landmark. Once I get that one, then it's we're almost done for the day. I've got some painkillers in one of my bags. I'm not sure if I can get it out or not. My back's aching a little bit. It's just that all these days on the bike and not really sitting down a lot. Like, I've either been standing, sitting on the bike, or lying down, and it's just need to relax probably. There's a knot in my back, and it's quite painful. But once I'm on the bike and moving, it's hard. My hands have all split from fingers are splitting from all the cold. Oh, you weak southerner! How dare your hands? Oh. Shandwick Stone. Right, here we are, the last landmark of the day. Light. And yeah, it's middle of nowhere. Right, so I just filled up. Them 2 landmarks, just getting them 2 landmarks cost me 20 quid because I filled up at Dingwall, went and got the landmarks, came back, 20 quid in petrol. Yeah, that was 150 odd, 170 miles or whatever it was to get them 2 landmarks and then come back here. And now I've got only 66 miles to go today, and I'm going to go and stay with my friends in wherever, not far from here. Alrighty, just filled up again. Right, so now I think we'll get to my friend's house about 6 o'clock tonight, 6:30 I reckon, 6:45. That's like the end of this. So yeah, like that. So I left Dingwall, made my way just 66 miles to go stay with my friends who live on just the other side of Gaelloch, which is actually on the NC 500, which is really cool to have friends who live in such a lovely place, especially when they have a free bed for the night. If you followed my channel for years, I've been here quite a few times. This is probably one of my favourite sections. Just here, as you can see, the road just carries on for miles in front of you through the mountains. It's a fantastic view, and probably the locals probably just take it for granted now, but I always think it's amazing. And I've been through here in hail, sleet, not quite thick snow, but I have been through this road around like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and it never really goes dark in Scotland, not when the moon's out. It kind of just sounded a bit twilighty. That was the middle of summer. And yeah, it's a bit weird. You got deer and stuff just standing by the side of the road. I don't recommend going through Scotland at that time of night. And another really cool thing about staying at my friend's house, he's just down the road from one landmark as well. Right, so last night I got to my mate's house, bike in the garage. So yeah, just gonna chill out for today, and we're going to build a computer. Built the computer, then we'll do the messy job, I think. So yeah, we'll go get some bits. Push the button of truth.
Listen, down.
Oh, press it.
That one.
Shh. Is it working? No. Why is it not working? So yeah, maybe it's a little bit of a working holiday. So I built a computer for my friend. I did order, but my flasher relay actually went out on the very first day of the trip on the motorway. It just failed. The vibrations killed it. So we replaced the flasher relay in my bike, checked them shaft drive bolts, and put the bike back together. Sat inside for a bit. His freaky cat then sat on my lap. This bottle of whiskey did not last long. The next morning I decided to test up my flasher relay and go to the Arctic Convoy Museum just down the road to grab myself another landmark. So my route is going to take me through the Cairngorm National Park, and after a nice day's rest I thought, well, what better to probably leave today and get through there, because the weather forecast was set to be snowing. It was very cold when I was there. It was +2 degrees, but that's better than being in the snow. There's a lot of really nice mountain pass roads in the area, and there's a couple that I still have on my wish list of I want to go. But unfortunately, due to the landmarks being where they were, I didn't get to do them, but I still got to do some amazing roads that I would have not considered going down if it wasn't for the landmarks. So this landmark isn't actually the bridge, it's the pile of rocks next to the bridge. That's how I deemed it to be when I looked it all up. But yeah, this is actually the pile of rocks. The bridge is a bit of a trick, like a trick question. Some of these landmarks are a little bit like that. You have to get the correct one in the area. So I've been on the road since just before 9, 8:30, something like that.
the weather forecast is set to get colder as the day goes on, and tonight's going to be snow. So originally I was thinking of camping somewhere around here tonight, but no, I'm not going to stay in this area tonight. I'm going to have to head out of the area and stuff, but you know, that's left early and I've got loads of time at the moment, so right, I'm going to go carry riding through now, but yeah, decided to head south. Right, let's get going.
There was only one other car on the road and they let me overtake, and I'm not really riding hell for leather or whatever. It's an old bike, 1970s brakes, 1970s suspension. Don't really want to be pushing it too hard, especially down these hills. They're quite steep, they don't really come out on camera, but I didn't really want to ride the brake and I didn't really want to tax the engine too much. But it was a fantastic ride. I'd have to come back here on a faster bike and in the summer, but then probably everyone will be up here and you won't be able to go faster than 30 mile an hour anyway. Anyway, after about an hour or so of riding, finally got to the next landmark, a big church. There's actually a wedding on here today, so...
Right, my next one is an hour away. Right. Right, one little red lighthouse found.
After I got the lighthouse, I then made my way to get the memorial fountain, just on the north side of Perth. It was getting a bit late in the day, but luckily the last thing was a fountain and it was only just around the corner from another campsite.
That's quite a nice place. But we're here for the fountain. All set up. I'm at tonight's campsite. As an added bonus, I met this guy. His name's Mike, and he's on a. Met him at just outside the last landmark, and he is stopped by the side of the road looking for a campsite. And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to a campsite as well." He pulled up, like just after me, and yeah, he's doing the Round Britan Rally as well. So, and he plans to get all of them, he said, as well. So, see what happens. That is an Aprilia Pegaso 660. So that's the one with the Yamaha engine. This is actually probably the good one. On top of a hill in Scotland. It's going to be chilly. And my bike's doing all right. So yeah. So yeah, tomorrow. I did look at my route. It's about 300 miles tomorrow again. 290. I think today was 320. Tomorrow is 290. Right, let's I want some dinner. I'm hungry. Look at that lovely red sky we got. The camera can actually see better than I can because it's actually quite dark now. Extra funny thing, this campsite isn't actually open. They don't open until May. But we rocked up and they said, yeah, you can stay. But literally only just, because apparently they were using this field for lambing. And they just moved the sheep out like a day or two ago and cut the grass. So the grass was really high and everything. So yeah, it was not open until May. And we're in April still, so they let us stay, which is really nice. Well, it's a deceptive morning. Actually, very nice out there. There's a wind and it's +2. So yeah, +2 degrees. Oh, +2 or 3. The sun is out. It's starting to warm up a bit, but yeah, that wind is pretty sharp. Just after 7 o'clock this morning. 7:30 now. So by the time I get packed up, I've got another hour probably, and warmed up and ready to go and everything. So yeah, probably about 8:30 on the road. and it's a 300-mile day. So let's go.
Right, that's everything. Yep. Alright Mike, I'll see you. I might see you at the cat.
See you at the cat maybe, mate, yeah.
If not, have a safe travel.
And you.
And maybe you'll see me at my cat. Who knows? Maybe we'll see tonight each other at a different campsite. We're finishing around the same area as well. So 280 miles for me. That's all.
What campsite are you heading for?
I don't know yet. It's somewhere in the. I'll find one somewhere. There we go. Off-roading. Off-roading. Sorry, bike. Look at the size of these potholes. It's a nice campsite. Very nice campsite. Right, found the cat. That's quite a big cat, really. Maybe it's not life size. That's quite a big cat. He overlooks the lock, or the canal. The canals, sorry. I did offer if he wanted to ride to the cat together, but yeah, he declined because his petrol tank range is a bit shorter. I don't need to stop for fuel. Maybe I'd have held him up, maybe he would have held me up. I don't know. But I wanted to get out of Scotland before the weather changed. Unfortunately, I was just along the border as this happened. It started hailing. But luckily, as soon as I dropped down into England, the weather was actually dry, and I managed to get to this castle. And then funny thing is, as I was leaving the castle, I saw him come the other way. So he was only a little bit behind me, not by much. And that is the last landmark in Scotland. So that's it. I've done all the landmarks in Scotland. Scotland is now complete. Just all of England and Wales to do now. Also, two things why he caught me up. One, I went out my way to go to Tesco's because I wanted to get my Tesco's club card points and fill up there with cheaper fuel, and you get a meal deal, and there was a McDonald's, so I had to stop and have a free McDonald's, my meal deal, and my petrol. That's the only reason he caught me up.
So, let's have a quick look at this castle. Oh yeah, it seems to be about how Scotland and England used to always fight. So this castle exchanged hands a few times, it looks like. Right. On to the next one. Okay, this is the last long day on the bike, I think. So I've got another hour to go. An hour and a bit to go to the last landmark of the day. And after that, campsite. Okay.
I think now all these days riding and all the days on the bike, mega miles on such an old bike, was definitely taking a little bit of a toll on me. But apart from the cold and a couple of aches, I've ridden other bikes, more newer bikes, that were way more uncomfortable than this. My butt and everything like that, pleasantly comfortable. My feet, nice and warm. My wrists, a little bit hurting, and my fingers were a bit numb. It was super windy here, so I just cut the audio. But yep, that's the landmark. It's a boat sculpture. Took a picture. And I was off to go find another campsite for the evening. Unfortunately, I didn't actually go to the same campsite that Mike said. I decided I had a little bit more in my legs, and I wanted to ride through a certain area and camp somewhere in the night there, which would set me up for the next landmark in the morning perfectly. Right, just got to my campsite. Let's put the bike on its pup quickly and then get the tent up. It's starting raining a little bit. There's a big black cloud coming, so I don't think it's going to stop.
I'm just going to be in wet now forever, or for the rest of the day. Indoor facing. I've got a tree that gives me an extra 15 minutes before the rain gets through. Oh, it's quite nice now. Still blinking freezing though. Let's turn off all this, eh? Right, that's my setup for tonight. My dinner's cooking in there. It's a little curry. And I've got me a bit of bread. And I think I've got an apple for dessert. That'll do. I'm very tired now after all that riding. My back is hurting. Oh, all that riding. Don't know what it is. I don't think it's not the backpack because I think it's just me. Probably not sleep. Probably not. Didn't sleep right last night. That didn't help. This is how cold it is. Can you see? I've had my food. It's now raining. So, time to watch a film on the phone. I think it's 8 o'clock now anyway. Yeah, 8 o'clock. So a film will take me to 10. Probably put me to sleep as well. Ah. Oh. I'm just doing a hot drink first. Try and warm up a bit. Oh, I got my tea. Oh, I got my tea. I was just thinking actually. I'm actually an hour away from a friend of mine, and he's got a spare bedroom laid up and everything. I could have gone there, but the thing is, I've got to get these landmarks, and these landmarks, this is so I'm stopping here so I don't have to go back on myself. But yeah, I've got a couple of landmarks, 3 landmarks to get tomorrow. It should take me like a loop around, and then I get to his house. So if I straight shoot to his house, I think it's like 60 miles. But of course I'm not. I'm doing a nice loop and it kicks me to about 150 miles. So tomorrow, I could probably get to his without filling up. I hope it's warmer tomorrow. And I hope it doesn't rain too much. Morning. It's currently 0 degrees. Good morning. It's currently 7:15. It says it's going to rain about 9, so I'm going to pack the tent down a bit, get it all loaded. I'll be away in about 45 minutes. Not in any rush though. Today's a short day, so yeah, tank of fuel. Probably about 5 hours instead of the 10 that I've been doing for the past couple of days. Right, I wonder why my back hurts. Okay, let's pack it all away.
And that was the last night camping. So luckily though, I did actually pack away my tent and everything just before the rain started. So literally as I was getting on my bike, the rain started. Perfect timing, and off I went to carry on collecting these landmarks. But yeah, no more camping on this trip now. I'm going to go stay with a friend for a few nights. Today I decided, you know what, we had an early start. I'll grab one extra landmark that I was planning to get tomorrow. But I decided, no, let's grab it today. So we added an extra 30 miles. Which at this point is nothing, considering I've been doing close to 300 every day, or even over 300.
Oh, police bike's on patrol. Got to behave myself. Anyway, it's the first landmark of the morning. Is it a Saturday today? No, it's not. Is it a Saturday? No, it's a Friday. Oh, it's cold again. Wish it wasn't so blinking cold. It's quite a distance now, this one is. This has got to be 100 miles at least. Oh, 56 miles, is that all? No vehicles allowed. Might take a picture here when I come back. Right, I don't know how far it is. It's up here somewhere. Just up here. Oh, walking, that wasn't part of the deal. Run up here, get a picture, run back. Job done. Sounds like the natives are in. Okay, well, the locals are there. Or I don't know. So yeah, time to walk back to the bike, get on, and one more landmark today, Denbydale pie dish, which is a bit of a pain to find. Quite funny though. I found it, and I was like looking at it going, right, where's the pie dish then? So there's a pie shop, and I was looking at the pie shop, and I found out the pie dish is turned into a planter, as in a big plant pot. I was like, found it. I was looking right at it.
Oh, here we are, the Denbydale pie dish. So the Denbydale pie dish, interesting thing is that they made it a few times, and every time they made it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, that was the last. I don't know if that's the last one, but yeah, they take a long time to make. I can imagine making one now would be a nightmare. All the health and safety regulations. Oh, can you make one that's gluten free? What? What, a massive pie that's gluten free? Or make a massive vegan pie or something, vegan gluten-free pie. Oh no, let's do that. So with that done, no camping as well today, which is great. It was another bitterly cold day. Luckily though, my mate had a nice bed for me, and he has central heating where he lives. Oh, lovely. Nice and toasty. Stayed with him a couple of nights, but yeah, so stayed with him Friday night, then Saturday there is Robin Hood's Well to Get. Just off the A1. What time is it? 9 o'clock? Just after 9. A landmark of today. The only one I'm going to get today. I'm on my way to see my friend, Stephen. And yeah, I'm going to get the Robin Hood's Well. Robin Hood's Well, here we go. Oh, it's thought to have been first recorded. Oh, it is actually Robin Hood. Robin Hood's Well is thought to have been first recorded in 1622, although it was a water source for some people before. It was a very popular stop-off point for journey the Great North Road, now the A1 between London and Scotland. Oh, I see, so there were steps that went down. Just over time it's been cut. I guess it's been locked in and filled in now. So, interesting. Then I went to go see my friend who lives in Grimsby, and of course, yes, he wanted a new computer building, so I put this together in under 3 hours, installed Windows for him and everything, and just left him to it, pretty much. And then I went back to my mate's house, and my plan was to actually come home on the Sunday. However, the forecast for Sunday was rain, wet, and snow. So I decided to stay an extra day and come home on Monday. And when I mean come home on Monday, I mean I'm going to head home, but I will be picking up some landmarks. So another 300-mile day. There we go, by the river. Go. Right, well, that's Jamboree Stone done. No, I did not stop for an ice cream. Okay, so that's the Hillmorton Calf Locks. Is that correct though? Right, this was a tricky one, I guess. So it's that landmark and that landmark. Both landmarks need to be photographed, so couldn't quite get both into the same picture. I guess I could have done a super panoramic or something. But anyway, that's done. And I've got one more on the way home today, and that's about an hour away. So I thought, you know what, it's still on the way, and I really don't want to do motorway, any motorway. I mean, little bits here and there, but just I don't want to do any long, prolonged bits. So I'm just trying to avoid it, or hold it off. Oh well, probably going about 40 mile an hour left next. Right, and that's the last one for today. Just hit the traffic and it looks about clear. So I think I'm gonna straight shoot it home now. So there's an hour 45. So I'll see how we go with that. Alright, oil light came on. Drink up. It's about another, that was another 250 about mils, and that's all I got left. I've only got 70 miles to go today. Wow, that's hot. So I should make it. The end of that is red hot. Typical. That should get me back 250 mils of oil.
I'm back home now, and I've just been editing all these videos, so they're all done. That took me a while, but I've been busy. I've been going away and coming back, going away, coming back, and all that stuff. And yeah, Scotland is now complete. Scotland, all of Scotland is done, and it cost me, I did about 2,600 to 2,700 miles. I didn't record it exactly, but it was around that sort of mileage I did, and I spent exactly £344 and 5 pennies on petrol. Which gave me an approximate MPG of around 45-ish MPG on the old BMW, so that's not terrible. Anyway, next weekend, join me as I go camping on the Honda CT and get a couple of landmarks there.
Okay, so today is Saturday 11th, I think it's 11th of the 5th. I'm on the Salisbury trip camping weekend. My bike played up and it's quite hot today, and when you've got everyone itching to go, I was like, you know what, just go. And I said I'll try to fix the bike. It's not 100%, but it's a lot better than it was, and I'm kind of happy now to keep it on the road for the rest of the day. Which way am I going? Going back that way. I just wanted to see the horse in the old mountain over there. But yeah, as I'm in the area, I'm 18 miles away from a landmark, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to ride eventually. I'm going to ride back to the campsite, but I'm going to take a slightly detour because there is a landmark I want to get. Now, this was all working a minute ago, so it's been dying under load. So, but now it's running almost 100%, so I don't know what happened there. Right, there we go. That's the landmark for today. Okay. This stone is dedicated to people for Bishop's Canning to the memory of those airmen who lost their lives. Okay. Right, so I'm probably going to head back to the campsite now. Now I might tinker with the bike, see if I can get it running 100%. But first I'm going to go get some shopping. Get some dinner for tonight. So after fettling with the bike for the evening, I then, well, had a nice time in the pub, whatever, a few drinks, all that stuff. And yeah, the next day, packed up my tent, woke up nice and early, packed the tent up, and off I went to go get a couple of landmarks. So I went straight to get this one. This was only 20-odd minutes, 25 minutes away from the campsite. Picked that one up, and I had one more to get on the way home as well. Right, so I just did this landmark here, War Memorial. The next landmark is... bike seems to be running alright today as well. So far, next landmark is 18 miles away, probably about 45 minutes. 18 miles away, half an hour. Ooh, bird of prey. Look at that mist. The sun needs to come out and
burn that away. Nice weekend camping. Bike played up. Still is playing up a little bit. But it's not as bad. Basically the idle screw here, down here, this little idle screw here, keeps on backing off a little bit, so I'm just giving it like another little turn because it's still bogging just a tiny bit. So hopefully it's fine now. Bogging a tiny bit, and it's noticeable when you're going up a hill because it's under heavy load, isn't it, going up a hill? So it's performing much better now. Right, so I'm going to go on. It's this way up. To the right. No, to the left even, sorry. Closed? Oh no! But I want to take a picture of the helicopter. I think it's the helicopter I need to get a picture of. Put it in space for a minute. Oh. They're actually taking off the old planes, actually. This is the Army Fire Museum. Air Observation Post Memorial. I've got to find that, so it's not actually that, it could be that post over there, it could be that post over there, that's actually the landmark. Okay, so let's go get it. Oh, almost missed it, didn't I? Oh, that'd have been embarrassing. At least it's not too far away. So there's probably a memorial. I think that's the memorial over there. Air Observation Post Memorial. It's one of these, isn't it? Is this the Air Observation Post? I don't know if this is it or not. So what we'll do, we'll take a picture of it. We'll walk down to the next one. There's a rock. What's this? I don't know, we'll take a picture of it anyway. There's a few things on here. There's loads of things. Here we are. Unarmed into... Okay, there we go. Observation post, found it. This is definitely it. Yep. That is a tricky one. That is. Oh, almost caught me out. Almost caught me out. It did.
Morning. Shame it's shut. Is it shut? Shut. Yeah. That's a shame. Oh well. I'm doing this rally thing. We have to find these landmarks. We can be given a list of landmarks up and down the country. They are.
And this is one of them?
And it was the Air Post Memorial.
Yeah,
that
one on the left.
Yeah, the one on the left. So that was the one.
So we expect more of you.
They'll be. I guess they'll drop. They'll be dropping by over the course of a few months to grab them. Not today. Maybe
today.
Not today.
Okay.
I don't know. You do it in your own. You get given the list. On this bike, it's a bit slow going.
So after a little chat, on my way, and off I went back home. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. Look at all them fake landmarks or decoy landmarks to get in the area. Almost got me off guard as well.
So what's today? Today is Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. I've just been at the Ardingly show and my bike won second place for 80s bike, yeah, second place. So I got a ribbon for that. And on the way back, one landmark, the mausoleum. Yeah, that's a big pyramid thing. Yeah, interesting. So, not a bad day. one thing done, and the CT won a prize. There it is down there. Right then, that's enough for today. Right, when's the next one?
After recommissioning my BMW 650, I thought time to give that a good road test, and thought Canterbury it is. 80 odd miles to get down there to go and stand next to the Amy Johnson bronze statue. And Amy Johnson was a British record-breaking pilot and engineer of the 1930s, and national hero, an international celebrity, died serving her country when she crashed off the shores of Herne Bay in 1941. Right, so I've just finished packing-ish for my trip. Just literally putting the last couple of things in my bag now, and then this camera, and then basically set for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going off a little trip over the weekend. South of Wales is my destination. Hopefully to grab off a few of the landmarks around there. It's the 5th of June, 6th of June at the moment. 7, yes, so tomorrow's the 7th. And yeah, this is my Patreon weekend, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you have made it this far anyway, drop it a like, leave a comment, whatever. But yes, I do have a Patreon. You don't get anything, so don't send me any money, but I just have to mention it's there. And to thank the people who have supported me over Patreon over the past couple of years. Every year, for this will be the 3rd year in a row, I've put together a little camping weekend and put an open invite to the patrons if they want to come and join me. I lead them around a nice little ride, and then that's it really. I don't know if I'll be doing it next year. Every year I say that, and so far 3 years in a row. I don't know if I'll do it again next year. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow morning I'll tune back in when I'm on the road. And I'm going to be taking the 650, I think, because I missed that bike and I haven't ridden it for a while. Set off at 7 o'clock in the morning, got on the road and just got going. I wanted to do the entire day, about just under 300 miles, without touching a single bit of motorway. Over Norton, just outside of Chippy Norton, just the other side of Clarkson's farm, or Diddley Farm shop. This is the fountain that was erected in memory of Colonel Henry Dawkins of Over Norton and Emma, well, Mrs. Dawkins, his wife, and their 4 surviving children. Okay, first landmark of the day. You can see that van there, so it's going to be interesting getting out. So it's the 7th of June today, and I'm off on the camping trip. So yeah, I've got all my camping bits on the bike. I always take, I don't know, when you take a bigger bike you take more stuff. But I've got a barbecue and all sorts of cooking stuff in here, so that's quite good. Lots of stuff. Camping chair, sleeping mat, you know, sleeping gubbins and stuff. Oh, it's getting a bit cloudy. Oh dear, oh dear. It's been quite nice all day actually. Right, the next landmark is about half an hour away, 20 miles. So yeah, just crack on with this. I have missed riding this bike. Yeah, it's the first proper trip since I did the helicoil and the spark plug. But I did 150, I don't know, about probably 300 miles now since I've done the spark plug, so I think if there was an issue it would have raised its head by now, I would have hoped. About 160 miles done, second landmark of the day and halfway through. After refueling the bike and myself with a quick lunch stop, I went to the St. Michael's Church, and luckily, before going on this trip, I purchased myself a new pair of waterproof gloves. I did not think I'd have to do that for June. This is the windiest it's ever been. Come on. Can't hold it.
get it to hold still. Just stay still for a minute. Just Mr. Otter, hold that please, thank you.
Okay, sit down, sir. Here we go.
So a fountain, a statue and 2 churches, and now it's time to head to the campsite and call it a day and meet up with some others. And tomorrow, into Wales.
Well, I'm the first. So best get set up. We'll reclaim this area here. So tent here, tent there, tent there, tent there, tent there. Fire pit in the middle. No, Jess. Hi, Jess.
So I had Hippodrones, Phil 480, Daniel, Chris, Wally, and his girlfriend Jess, and myself were all camping, sitting around the fire and all that. And then tomorrow I'd lead them into Wales for a nice ride. And it just so happened that the ride happened to be going past a couple of landmarks.
What time is it? 9:30.
We were staying just across the border from Wales, so we popped over, filled up, and then as soon as we went round the corner, yes, the rains came down and opened up. But luckily, we were only a couple of miles away from breakfast stop, and we could wait out the rain inside the Wood Station Craft Centre Cafe. Lovely place for coffee. Then after breakfast, we made our way to the very tight, twisty devil staircase, whatever it's called, all them lovely twisty mountain routes in Wales that led us to a big dam. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of it. After taking in the views at the dam, we went down to the Owl's Nest Cafe for a spot of lunch before making our way up to the top of the mountain. At the viewpoint, took some lovely pictures as you do as you're a bit of a tourist. Then we just meandered back and made our way slowly back towards the campsite, and we got back around 6 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, it was a very good day's ride. Everyone enjoyed themselves, and because the weather was so nice, I thought if I stay an extra day, I can grab all of the landmarks in the south of Wales, although it will be another 300-mile day.
Well, everyone's packing up except for me.
So I set off for the first landmark, which was, I can't pronounce it, I'm not going to, but Bishop's Palace, which is about 3 hours away.
Let's double check, but I think this is it. Bishop's Palace, bit hard to find. Okay, so that's that done. The next landmark is quite far away. At least I'm going back towards the campsite now, sort of. I'm thinking if this is the best route or not. 108 miles. Alright, 108 miles away to the next landmark. I think this one's going to be a bit of a pain to do because it's in the middle of a town. So I'll see what happens when we get there. And it's a 300-mile day today. I think it'll be about 290. We'll see how many miles I'll do at the end. But yeah, it's going to be a long day. But no motorway, which is nice. So get back when I get back. I think I'll get back to the campsite about 6 tonight or 7, something like that. Yeah, the next landmark's 100 miles away. But that's the longest jet leg here. Then going back again. 2.5 hours-ish down. 2.5 hours to the next one. Alright, let's just get going. 1969 Malcolm Uphill of I can't pronounce that place, was the first man We did a lap of the Isle of Man TT circuit over 100 miles an hour with the average speed of 99.999 miles an hour on a production, on a basically a road production Triumph Bonneville 650cc. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that.
So it looks like Budweiser and Stella Artois is made in the same place. Look, Bud. I never did like Stella's, and I never really did like Bud. Just around the corner from the brewery is the wishing well I was looking for. Just a hole in the ground, a wishing well. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't have any money on me, and yeah, because we live in a cashless society, it doesn't take card. They need to update these wishing wells. Ooh, not been bad going today. Not been bad going at all. So that's 19, 20 miles to the last one of the day, and then I've got to head back. And it's now 4, coming up to 5 o'clock. And then it was on to the last landmark of the day before heading back to the campsite, the Abbey Ironworks. No, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Tintern Abbey Ironworks? Is that correct?
Yeah, the ironworks. Oh. So that's what it would have looked like, and now it looks like that. Well, it's been a long day on the bike. I think I'm almost at 300 miles today or something. It's like 260, and it's just, yeah, 30 miles back to the campsite. Right, 30 miles back to the campsite. That's going to take about an hour at least on the little Swidley roads. So hopefully I get back. No, it's going to rain tonight, so oh well, whatever. At least it's been dry-ish today. A couple of spots of rain here and there. Right. That's it for this part. So I've got basically now all the south of Wales is done, and I guess I've got to plan a little weekend away to do the north at some point. Right, let's go back because it's going to be like 6:30, 7 o'clock by the time I get back, and I want to eat some food and have a rest. And I'm back at the campsite. Oh, that was a long day. That was a lot of miles. Right, let's get some grub on the go. But yeah, as I predicted, it's an empty campsite. Basically, essentially, almost empty. There's one person there, the group there, and there's me. Brilliant. Now, that's what I like when you go camping, when you've got an empty campsite. Anyway, good morning. I'm packing up. The rain's just stopped, or it stopped raining, and the sun's come out, so time to pack up and time to get going and get off my tent. Can't take you with me.
So yeah, packed up and decided to just head pretty much straight home, but no motorway, still taking a bit of the twisty routes. So yeah, the whole 4 days away, no motorway. Right, 912 miles, not bad for a weekend.
Right, so today's the 14th today, and I'm going away tomorrow to do some more of these, but look at that, I have done so many of these landmarks now at this point. I have 31 left, and these are the 30 ones that I need to get. So I knocked out all of this in this previous video you've just seen. I've knocked out all of them there, across the line here. And I need to redo that one because I forgot to take my place card with me, so I'm going to have to go get that one again, which I'll do another day. But I think this weekend I'm going to try and get all of these across here and back down again. So I'm aiming to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, we'll see, so I can whack off this section of the country. And then I've just got these over here to do, which will be another weekend for another trip, and then I've just got all of them down there to get. 33 left to go.
Right then, good morning. It is Saturday, the whatever. The road for a couple of hours this morning almost. Left about 6, so it's coming up to 8. And yeah, it's another landmark hunting day. 50. The R80 is a bit juicy on petrol, but more importantly, where I'm staying. What was the train coming? Where I'm staying, I can't get the bike in as easily as I can this, so I'm taking the 650. Big miles today. So I think I've done 80. Right, it's 325 today total. I think the mileage is around 300 plus. But yeah, I've got to get a lot of landmarks today. As you can see, I'm not actually camping. I've got my sleeping bag in here. Staying at a mate's house. And yeah, I'm gonna go to my friend's house, play some games and do that sort of thing. And right, the next one is a Yoxman statue or something. That is an hour away. Oh, my fuel light just came on. So that's the Yoxman statue. It's a weird statue, isn't it? On the other BMW, that would cost me about 20.
After filling up, just down the road, a commemorative clock by Thomas A. Cook.
Oh dear, yeah, I'm going to take this off or lose it. Need a new one really. It's lasted very well. I think I can make something. Yeah, the headlight guards had it. Just noticed, forgot about that. Just noticed it. I was like, oh yeah, hang on, that's moved. So that's been on the bike 30,000 miles. So yeah, stop. But what I also did was my radiator guards were broken, so these are brand new. I literally ordered them before I went to Wales, just before they went to Wales, because they're just like really cheap Chinese things, but the previous ones were the same. And they lasted a very long time as well, but that side completely broke, so I've got to replace the whole lot. But that's where I hit a tree, why that bent. So yeah. Morning. It's a beat up.
Yeah. How old is it?
Oh, it's only like 10 years old. No. About 10, yeah, about that. But yeah, it's a high mileage now. It's on about 60,000 miles for a bike that's quite high.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, good luck.
Now, coming up to 11 o'clock, I think that makes it lunchtime. And I'll work out how many miles I've got left today. But I think I've got
120 miles left to do. I just need to find a petrol station. One more petrol stop. So I've got enough fuel to get to where I'm going, but not enough to carry on. So yeah, I'll find a petrol station. Over halfway. I still think it's going to be a 9-hour day, but yeah, I do like it when I just can get up and get going.
It might be raining, but at least I do have one advantage over cars. So yeah, it's a long day on the bike, and I don't like to use motorways, so I only use motorway for the first, I think, 60 miles, and then yeah, the rest is just no motorway. But you do end up on roads sometimes like this. And my bike just rolls over to 63,000.
Oh, that is 300 and something miles done already today. Ah, this weather though, it's just been... I've just been travelling with the rain, it seems, for the past like hour. Yeah, so that took me an hour to do. To do 45 minutes. To do a 40-minute drive, it took me an hour because of traffic, and there was a blinking decoy diversion on the road. So yeah, I had to come all this way. Oh, at least it's dried up a little bit. It stopped raining for a minute, spitting, but you know. Right, this is what I needed. The Squadronaris RCAF. Oh, it crashed on this spot following a disastrous engine fire. This was placed here to commemorate the crew members who died, and there's a list of them. Okay. One good thing today, at least I'm not camping. Oh, and one more thing about the BMW. I had a weird exhaust problem with it. My exhaust was a bit loose on the Wales trip, and it was causing a little backfire, so it was actually blowing out from where the end can connected. So I took some exhaust tape, I've padded it out, took the whole thing apart, put some exhaust tape in there, slid it back in, and it's firm. It's firm. We've done 300 miles. And it hasn't moved an inch. It was a little bit wobbly in the cradle, it was, so I just used some tape to thicken it up. I don't know what's happened. I think over time it just got a bit frail or something. Today is a little bit grim, and that is quite fitting because I'm heading to see my friend and stay with him for a night. He lives in Grimsby, although I did see a campsite just down the road there I passed, so if I was doing a trip I would have probably camped there, but to be honest it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up so early this morning. Right, so we don't want to go to his house just yet because we won't make it. Need to find a petrol station.
Well, after 9 hours on the road, I told you it was tight getting into my mate's garden. Got there.
There we go.
Well done. Right,
334 miles today. That's enough.
So yeah, I stayed with my mate over the weekend, but yeah, we went into the town and he showed me the Guy Martin mural. So Guy Martin is, well, didn't realise, but he's originally from Grimsby.
Okay, good morning. It is now the 17th this morning, and I'm 25 minutes away from the first landmark of the day. So yes, I spent the weekend with my mates, did some games, did some fun stuff, just chilled out, hanged out with them for a day, and yeah, so Monday morning, time to go back. It's currently what? Coming up to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, pound or look up. I think this is it. Good old McDonald's with its specials. Nice breakfast, and it only cost me £2.15, something like that. Well, a couple of things. It's now coming up to 12 o'clock, about 11:45, and I've made it to the Great Granson. I've made it to the Great Granson Windmill, and I have been on reserve for the past 30 miles, which is not great, and it's 13 more miles to the next petrol station, and I can't remember what my tank range is on reserve, and I think it's 40 miles or 50 miles. I'm gonna be, I don't know, I can't remember. A little bit nervous now. I can't remember when the last time I pushed it that far was. Yeah, so will I make it to the petrol station? I'm not one for getting range anxiety much, but yeah, that's going to be interesting. Let's see if we make it. But yeah, windmill. Windmill. We won't get any wind with the sails missing. Right. I'm so warm, I need to take some layers off now. Whew. 49.4 miles. 49.4 miles. Yes, I don't think I ever want to run my bike that low-ish again. But I know now that my bike can probably do about 45, maybe 50 in the reserve. That's what people say anyway. So yeah, don't think I've ever pushed it that far. Probably took a bit of a chance, I guess. But you know what? It made it. Anyway, after nervously filling up and a relief washed over me, I made my way to the last landmark of the day, which was this war memorial. Then I had to hop onto the motorway just for a small section, just to get across the Dartford crossing bit. Now, how come that on the motorway that happened to be the slowest part of my entire journey, doing 35 miles an hour for a massive stretch of the motorway? But don't worry, I was only on for a little while. As soon as I got onto the other side, I was back straight onto the little twisties. After that, I was home. So that's another 600 miles. So in total now, 1,500 miles done on the BMW 650 with that helicoil repair on the spark plug. So, and the spark plug has not come shooting out. Camping trip today. Just waiting for Andy. And then we'll be making a move. Heading down to Exmoor today. There he comes. So using the BMW R80/7, you know, it's actually really nice to ride the bike now that it's actually nice and warm and not being freezing cold and soaking wet like I was in Scotland. But yes, heading down to Exmoor with Andy on his V-Strom. We decided to go all the way down. Now we stopped at the Army Flying Cafe on the way back because I still had yet to try out that calf. Unfortunately, it was a little bit disappointing.
Oh, what do we rate that? What do we rate the calf? It's alright?
Not great,
No?
actually. Food wasn't great.
No? I mean,
No fry-up.
we've got, yeah, I suppose so.
Quiche wasn't very good.
Well, we've got, we're only probably another 20 minutes around the corner from, what's it called? Hogs, no. Choppers?
Oh, I'm not going there again. I've been there the last 2 weeks.
What, Choppers?
Yeah. There last weekend. Last Sunday.
So after that, we're back on the back roads and heading towards Somerset for the first new landmark of the day, which was a castle. Of course, on the way, my BMW R80 decided that the gear lever didn't want to stay attached, so I had to screw it back on. There I am, putting the thing back on with a very hot engine.
Yeah, it's an Allen key on that side.
After that minor repair, even the V-Strom had a weird clicking issue which we couldn't resolve, something to do with the suspension. But yeah, we finally got to the castle.
Look at that one on the road. Get a couple of pictures of the castle, and yeah. Whoa. This is it.
Cool.
The archway. The gatehouse.
Temperature's dropped a bit, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit chilly. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Fresh.
So that's actually quite nice. That is just right, I think. Oh,
So took a couple of pictures to prove that we're in there, and we were approached by staff saying we're just closing now, we're about to lock the gate. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So yeah, if we'd been late, I wouldn't have got the picture, but I would have got close enough where I probably would have still got the points. I hope. Anyway, we were luckily only 20 odd minutes to the campsite on top of Exmoor.
hey! Camping. Was lucky. This is broken. Oh dear.
Well, it was around 6 o'clock in the evening when we got to the campsite, set up. Oh, you know what that time is? Time to go to the pub, have a meal and a few drinks.
Where's the sun gone? Nowhere to be seen.
The fog's rolling in. Look at it. Can't even see the tree line almost. Well, I got scared. As soon as it started drizzling, I packed up really quick.
Well then, we're all packed up, essentially, and yeah, we'll make our way home now. Right, the first landmark today. So we've got 2 on the way back. This one is 42 minutes away, 23 miles. We'll get that and then head somewhere else. Yeah.
After riding through the fog for about 20 odd minutes, it finally, as we got down the hill, it finally cleared, and 20 minutes later we were approaching the first landmark of the day.
Oh, warm now, isn't it? Yeah. Right, here we are.
Is this your landmark?
I'm just going to double check to make sure I'm correct.
Hey?
I'm just going to double check it, but yeah.
Revolving church gate. That is... Oh, I've never seen one of them before.
Now the next landmark was about 100 odd miles away, I think, so we had to stop for fuel and all that. But yeah, carrying on back the way we came, back towards home. But yeah, nice little pickup, an old World War I memorial.
Okay, cool.
Like you found your pump?
Yep. Oh.
You know what? I might switch on the heated jacket.
So yeah, we've got about another 2 hours and we'll get to Lumi's Caff. Well, that's the last landmark of the weekend. The Memorial War Pump, whatever it is. And Tank Fest is on this weekend. Could have gone to Tank Fest, that would have been cool. Right then. Yeah, I've got a nice squiggly little route, so yeah, go to Lumi's.
It was a Sunday after all, so I thought, you know what, let's stop at Lumi's on the way back. That's a good couple of hours, gives you a nice little break, rest stop, break up the day a bit. So it's just over 400 miles on the R80 this weekend.
Here we are, back home. Oh. Who's a hot boy? You are very hot. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay. What's that? 4 landmarks done over the weekend? Another couple 100 miles, or 100 and maybe 200 miles, 400 miles, maybe. Right then. Oh, go update my sheets, tick them ones off, and then next weekend is Cubfest, and there's one en route, so I have to go and get that. Right, off I go.
Good morning, I've got to make this quick. Just checked the Honda CT, I've got a puncture. Best bet is to get the bike up quickly onto a bit of jacks and just rip the tyre off and change it. Just before I thought, oh no, just check the tyre pressures and everything. Puncture.
There we go. Okay. Well, it took me 1 hour to change the puncture, so that was 9 o'clock. And I think I was left just about after 9. And I'm meeting the guys at 10:30, so I might be the first one still, I don't know. See what happens. Where are they? Hey. Blinking puncture, innit? Right, no need to do the drop-off system.
No, I think we'll survive.
I'll just, as long as one of you's in my mirrors, I'll keep going. Right then, on the way to Cubfest, and we are going to go to a landmark on the way because I made the route, so I decided where to go. This is it. This is it. Oh, there we go. Did you do this one?
That's the one I took, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It must be, because you go out the other side of the village and it's the same sign as what we saw there.
yeah, so that sign there, the one on Google Maps is the original, but their one's being painted.
Yeah.
So job done. There we go. So you got to go. You basically got to go around all these landmarks, take the picture, and keep going.
You gotta have that with you.
Yeah, you got. Well, you don't have to, but you're supposed to. Yeah. Last year I didn't have one for this, but they let me get away with it. So. Good morning. Well, it's not a very good morning. It's a very wet, damp morning. Right, let's just reshape this, make sure it's still on. Yeah, still clearing the exhaust, that's good. On the CT this weekend, of course. Matlock Rally weekend. It's a 240 mile day today, and I've been on the road since about just after 7, and it's now 10:30, and I've done, well, I've only got 150-ish to go. And we are doing landmarks today. So I've got one landmark, what's all this? Buttercross. Here we are. Then this is the Buttercross. Bit difficult to do this one. Don't really want to park in front of it. I know it's a very quiet road, but still. I really hope that's the correct landmark. It's a long way to come on the Cub. And now I've got 30 miles to the campsite. So, not too bad. 30 miles, an hour and 20 minutes roughly. So that's not too bad, we can do that on this. The stupid thing is, I just wanted to check my phone. And I ride around in airplane mode most of the time because, you know, I mean, you save the battery and stuff if you're in airplane mode, especially if you're in the countryside like here. There's no blinking signal anywhere. And literally the split second after I took it off airplane mode, like literally, I toggle it, literally just toggle it straight away, I get a phone call, and it's a scammer. Alright then, just checked in. It's been an amazing day's ride, full of little crazy country bumpkin lanes, amazing scenery, all that sort of thing. Getting here as well, oh, it's fantastic here. Like, the roads to get here is amazing. Right then, I'm all set up. Into the mansion we go. Good morning. It is now 8:10. It's warm already. And today we've got 2 landmarks to get on the way. Butter Market and something else. So yeah, first one's 40 miles away, I think. Let's go. Alright then, here we go. Oh, this is not a bad little campsite. This campsite features compost toilets and a tap, and that's it. The Worm-Eton camping. Where am I going? Going this way. Holy cow! I got to do this. Huh. It's a big drop here. Woo! Tight U-turn. Then we're down this very steep hill. Oh wait, is my thing not on? Oh, it is on. It's just taking a while for it to track around. Anyway, yeah, it's a lovely location. Watch out for the sheeps. This is proper steep, and I don't want to overcook the brakes. I don't want to overdo the gearbox. Right, let's shift it to second gear. There we go. Oh, look at this location. Fantastic. There's the El Butter Market. In here, I'm doing Suporting market.
Right, so the butter market, right there. Well, they used this little structure here for women to sell butter. Literally, marketplace. So there'd be a marketplace somewhere else where people would sell goods, but the women had a special one that was undercover. There's quite a few of them around the country, but it's this in particular one is the one that's the landmark for today, right in front of the church. That's a very impressive church as well. Is there any signs about this place? Yeah, there it is, the butter market. Erected in 1773, restored in 1992. Yes, the butter market is now a bus stop. But yeah, they'd stand over here and sell, what did they sell? Butters, yarn, stuff like that. That's what they sold. I wonder if that biker I just saw was doing the Round Britan Rally as well. Never know, could be. This is it. Miles through. Cool. Original water supply for Birchover Village. That's the last one for today. Now to the Cub Rally, and hopefully some of them are already there. So today, so we've done the Cub Rally, and we're going home, but we're not going straight home because there's one landmark on the way that I need to get, and I missed it when I was coming down from Scotland at the beginning of the year. I missed it because I couldn't find it. So now I put the pin wrong, so now I've found the pin right, and now I've got to go right. Oh shoot, we passed it, haven't we? Somewhere in here is a wellhead. I was here last time, and this is where I came to last time, and I was incorrect. So let's check the map here. Is it on the left or right? Is it right or left? Oh, I think that's it there. I think that's it there. There it is. Hard to see with well, it's in the shade. It is there. I wonder if it still works as a well. There's a gate to it, so people do go in and out. Right. Let's see how far left today. Probably another 200 miles to go home still, I think. We're just under now, I think 190. That's not too bad, 190. Well, I just stopped at this place here. They've got a bit of wood. So I've got a bit of wood to jack up my bike with. Not again, another puncture. Okay, so I'm just gonna pump this up, stick it back on, but it's a rusty rim. So I've wrapped a load of Gorilla Tape around the rim. That would get me home. I do need to get a new rear wheel for this bike. I think I will get a new rear wheel. The inside's really bad on this. Ugh. Okay, we're about there. That's about where I want it, I think. Yep. That's good. Anyway, I'm home. I'm home now. And it was a good trip. Sort of. Okay. So, today is the day of the Camp Loop ride, and I couldn't meet them down there, but whatever. I'm going to get down there and meet them at the 1066 calf. Oh, if I can just... But I want to get a picture of the mausoleum Jack Fuller. The mausoleum of Jack Fuller again. Because last time I was here, I didn't bring my place card. My school card thingy. So we're going to get the picture again. Quickly. This picture done quick. Over the indicator will be fine. There we go. Right. Right, so now I'm off to go meet them at... I don't know what time they're going to get to the calf. But I'll meet them there. I'll be there for about lunchtime, so I'll just wait around. I'm sure they'll be there about 1 o'clock.
Right then, hello, welcome to this part of the video where I now go into Wales to get the last few landmarks. It's currently Thursday the 29th of August and I've got 8 landmarks to get this weekend. So yeah, taking the BMW 650, just finishing packing now-ish, couple of more things to do and then I'm done. And I'm back on the... see you tomorrow morning when I'm on the road somewhere.
Oh, first stop of the day, done about 3 hours now on the road. Nice Tesco petrol station, so cheap fuel. Little break here. And then heading in to Wales, so we're in Gloucestershire. Right, that's the church. I'm more interested in this bridge than the church. Fantastic. Huh? Sorry?
The road is closed, you can't go in there with the bike.
Well, how do... Okay, so how do I get to the house there then? So I can go in there?
Do you live here?
No, I'm trying to get to the house there.
You need to go down the next street and then turn left.
So I can go down there, turn left and come back this way? Okay.
I should have just gone through. There's no sign saying road closed, and I couldn't hear him anyway with the earplugs in. But it was quite busy down there, so I decided to go to the other side to take the picture of the bike and the bridge.
Right, that's the footbridge. I guess that saves a lot of time if people just cycle across there rather than go around the town. I don't know, of all the bridges to pick, we picked a modern one, or modern-ish anyway. Right, so we've got enough fuel, we don't need to fill up again for today. So we can just go straight to the last landmark then, to the campsite. So probably 4 or 5 o'clock I'll be at the campsite. Oh. That bridge is tricky. That bridge is tricky. They warned about people not parking across the bridge. That is not bad going. So I left at 7 AM and probably get there for about just after 4, I reckon. Okay, let's go get checked in. It's today, holy cow. Right then, let's get this set up. That's set up just over there. Less grass. Right, well I'm all set up ish. A couple more bits to come out, but time for a drink, I think, before we continue. Use the lid here. Ugh. I'm going for a pint. Long day, 300 plus miles. Okay, I think it's time to have some dinner. Had a pint in the pub, it's lovely in there. I think there's a football game on tomorrow, possibly. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Got my Midgie mask with me. Let's see how these flies are going to be. Quite docile at the moment. Right, let's see what we got to eat. There we go. Doing everything. It's like, why do I cook? Food is, I don't know. I do like a good burger and stuff like that, but I do have to run these things on a bit of a budget sometimes. So that I can go away so often, because I run it to a budget. The stupid computer, well, it estimated about 80 quid to do all these miles over the weekend. So far I think I'm on 37 and I'm not halfway either. Okay, so all set up, food on the go. I think it's 200 and a bit miles tomorrow, and then it's only 200 miles home, so not too bad. Yeah, they said they're going to be playing music tomorrow night, so we'll see what happens there. That'll be fun. Give me a little bit of entertainment. Oh, there's a camper van coming in. It's quite nice facilities here. It's a good pub. Looks like quite a nice little pub. Nice big seating out area. That's why I picked it, because it's got, you know, so if it was horrible weather, I've got somewhere to sit. So I could just sit in the pub if I wanted to. Would like to, possibly could be used on the next Patreon camping trip. And if you want to join for the Patreon camping trip, then you should probably go check out my Patreon. I don't plug it often, or ever really. People might see it at the end of it. But yes, thank you to the people on Patreon who've supported me, because you've definitely paid for little bits here and there, and it all kind of helps. Yeah, patrons do actually help quite a lot. So yeah, right. I'm gonna have some grub and sort my stuff out. We're gonna get all my kit ready for tomorrow. Recharge everything. Watch a film on the phone. Just gonna get my stuff on charge and yeah, just chill out. Morning, it's currently about 8 o'clock in the morning. Planning my route. About 250 today to get all these landmarks. So yeah, going to a landmark, get it, and go to Tesco's, meal deal. Then landmarks the rest of the day pretty much. So that's my plan. 250 miles in Wales. It's quite hard when every single town and village is all 20 mile an hour. Ugh. Here we are, first stop of the day. Something hand. Right, we're heading that way.
can't reverse.
This is quite a steep hill, and this driver had to reverse quite a long way. But luckily, I used a bit of initiative here to get round.
There you go. Oh, there's another one. Get around that. Yeah. Memorial. FFYNN. Oh my goodness. I'll put it on screen. That's insane. Ain't no one gonna get that right.
The mines opened in the 1800s and closed in 96, so 120 years of mining.
Well, it's 11 o'clock. Ugh. The next stop is an hour away. We're looking for a chapel, and this one could be a bit of a pain to get to. Might have to walk to it. See how it is when we get there. Right, off we go. This must be a good biking road because I've just seen loads of bikes going past.
Another steep downhill section. I think the people in front of me were tourists because they were riding their brakes of their car for like 2 or 3 miles. It stank.
So this chapel, if you want to go in, it's appointment only. So everything's all shut up at the moment. No one's around. Anyway, I reckon the stained glass windows would probably be quite nice inside. But yeah. Oh well.
I'm gonna go to Transport Cafe and I'll have a coffee there, and that's another landmark. So that's 3 done. 2 more to go. This makes up for all the rotten weather I've had on all the other trips I think this year. Today does. Got a cloud in the sky, but I reckon that will change later. And tomorrow I'll pay for what I've said, probably. Right. Ugh.
Couple of land boats.
Ooh wee, it's warm now. Okay, next one is an hour and 20 minutes away, 45 miles. Whew. About 100 miles to go today as well, so it's not too bad. And it's now 2 o'clock, so 3 o'clock, probably 4, 5 o'clock back at the campsite probably. That's a long enough day. At first you'd think the castle is the landmark, but no, it's not. It's actually the little statue next to the castle called the Two Kings.
I just filled up, so that was 9.89 litres. And I did 153 miles. Now I said there'd be a band this evening, but it's 5 o'clock and no one's set up yet, so... Oh, anyway. All the bug splats. Oh, loads of bug splats. Look at the state of the lens as well. Oh, loads of bug splats. So yeah, we've got a band tonight playing. They're setting up at the moment over there. So I got really over there, in that thing there. So I got lucky because they're going to be doing some music tonight. So a bit of entertainment. Oh, there we go. Doing a bit of a test or something. Yeah. Oh, and big up to any biker in Wales. So you all nod. You all nod. Where I'm from, the south, they don't nod. So I was going along today, if anyone with luggage on them, anyone who was travelling like me, I nodded them, didn't nod back. All the locals, and you can tell they're locals because they got nothing on them, like essentially no luggage, nothing like that, they all nodded back. Most of the time I initiated, I think 90% of the time I initiated, maybe because they're fed up that they know they're not going to get a nod from someone who's got luggage on the side of the bike. Everyone nodded back. Everyone nodded back. The only people that didn't were the visitors. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, really, because in the south, yeah, it used to be like that, and nowadays no one nods anymore. It's a shame, it really is. Right, I'm gonna go have some food.
Can't beat a bit of live music. Anyway, after food, had a few drinks, made a few friends, and just, yeah, sat there or got up and even danced a bit and started singing along. Yeah, it was quite a good evening. Luckily, it all wound down about 10:30. 11 o'clock.
Good morning. Went to bed probably about just after midnight, and it chucked it last night. Luckily I didn't need to get up in the night, and it stopped raining now, so yeah, pack up and head home. Thunderstorm warning today, so maybe I get home before that. See what happens. Right, let's get packed up and get going. Whew, that was quite a good night though. We had that band was playing. And apparently it was just someone's birthday. Well, all packed up. Battery swapped. So time to hit the road. It's currently coming up to 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. I think it's going to be a little bit foggy on the way. Almost out of the land of the 20s. This is it. The border crossing is just around the corner. Oh, just need a little quick break. I've got peanut butter sandwich.
On the way home, I saw quite a few little nice looking cars. Must be out to a show somewhere. But yeah, I did the whole road trip over that weekend, about 770 miles. And didn't touch any motorway, did a little bit of dual carriageway, but I tried to avoid everything where I could. But yeah, nice little weekend away, and that is all the landmarks done in Wales, and so that means the BMW 650 has done all the landmarks in Wales and been to everywhere in Wales this year.
Right, anyway, hello, good morning. Today is the something of September, down to Wild South West Rally. And of course there are landmarks on the way, and depending on how we do for time, depends how many we get today, but ideally 2, and then 1 more tomorrow. Now with my muddy shoes, I'm going to try and swing the leg over without touching the seat, and I just about did it, damn it.
Right then. So this is the very last time I'll be going away for the weekend to hunt these landmarks. I woke up super early in the morning, blasted past Stonehenge at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and just carried on heading down towards Exeter in one big hit. But yes, this is the weekend of the Wild Southwest Rally down in Cornwall. I will put a video link down below to the actual full-length rally video that I made earlier on. Yeah, this is just for the landmarks. 10:30. Just filled up, so that's not bad. I've had a little break as well. Oh, I've had a bacon sausage sandwich. Oh, lovely. This was incredibly frustrating that I was heading towards a landmark and there was a road closure but there was no diversion signs, so I kind of had to like make my own route. Quite low voltage, isn't it? Right then. Time to get a picture. Cool. Ah. Okay, that's the Burrito Reservoir. Oh,
which is 110 years, 100, almost 100 years old. Right, let's go to the next one. An hour and 10, 40 miles. I like that. That's actually quite a nice distance. An hour 10.
Get a photo of that in front of there. That's nice.
Thanks, yeah.
Is this even starting to show?
Alright.
Camping, obviously.
Yeah.
You got a ticket, Matt? Or do you need one?
Well, I've left it at home.
Oh,
I have got it
have
with...
you got one, yeah?
Yeah, I've got one of his at home.
Alright, buddy. Right, well, you park, so not in this area here, but if you go round to the right somewhere and just try and follow suit with tents if you can, buddy.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, mate. Thank you, Matt.
I'm very happy you bought the awning. Oh.
I keep thinking about doing like,
Wild, wet Southwest Valley.
So the next day the sun was out, it was actually quite nice. We rode down towards the last landmark. I say we because I was leading a ride unintentionally, but I ended up leading. Originally it was going to be just me and one other, and then it just kind of snowballed, and I think there was like 6 or 7 of us, or even 8 of us I think. And yeah, we rode down to the very last landmark that I needed collected all the way. It's only 20 minutes from Land's End, a mining statue.
Huh? I'm stopping here for a minute, yeah.
After that, half of us went down to Land's End, and me and the other lot, we went right back to the rally because we wanted to have a little drink and a little celebration, as I think I have now done all the landmarks and got them with my bikes. So like I say, how this rally works is you have to send in all your pictures into the event organisers for them to actually physically check every single thing to make sure you visited every single landmark with your place card, with the bikes that you said you had visited them with. And yes, it is a big effort. I did around just over 7,000 miles across the 3 motorbikes just doing the rally alone. And I had to really, really plan my weekends to get round everywhere. And yes, a few weeks later, I got notified that my results were fine. 100% platinum, all-rounder, whatever it's called. I got it. Top tier. Brilliant. Yeah, it was a really, really lot of hard work to do it. Thank you very much for watching. If you did watch this video all the way, which I doubt anyone did, I don't know, leave the comment blue smarties. And maybe if I get a few years time, maybe I'll give it a couple more years, and if I feel stupid enough, I might redo the Round Britain Rally, but on my Honda Cub. Thank you very much for watching.